Hey, what's up, internet? This is Darkwood 1030 here, and I got back home not too long ago. So now I'm back to my old routine, back to my old ways, whatever. No iPad videos for a while. My mom is trying to come back down for Christmas because tonight is her last night. So it was kind of emotional because we saw some like old home videos of my brother who passed away and things like that. Um, I gotta explain my story about that some other time. But today I want to ruin a movie that I watched. When I was a kid, I always used to watch the Muppets. We saw the Muppet movie today, me and Mike. And I'm like, okay, so we're going to watch this movie because it's nostalgic. It's something that I wanted to see. But I thought I could wait till, it comes out. Well, here we go. We're going to get started on me spoiling it. So this does contain spoilers. If you're planning on watching the movie, click out of this video right now. Okay, first off, we have this little Muppet named Walter. Not part of the main original crew at all. This is a brand new Muppet. And on top of that, he lives with a human family. Not adopted or anything, at least they don't specify it in the movie, but he has a brother who he loves very, 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 very much. Whatever. They do everything together. They play baseball. They grow, whatever, they sit. Anyways, one day they watched the Muppets. When they watched the Muppet movie, Walter feels like, oh, I'm in a place I should be part of, and everything is great. Oh my God, I want to meet them. So he becomes like this really crazy fan, him and his brother. But he becomes an even bigger fan. He becomes a huge fan of Kermit and all that other stuff. As time progresses on throughout this movie, you're learning about this character Walter, and you're learning about his brother and how his brother has a girlfriend, and it's like a 10-year anniversary. They live in this place called Small Town, and it's like a really nice town. Anyways, I was not expecting any musical numbers to happen, but musical numbers happen, and the songs are absolutely ridiculously horrible. I mean, I understand that this was a kids movie. I was hoping that since more adults are going to watch this, I was expecting that that it would be more suitable for the adults. Because when the Muppets in Manhattan came out, I could still watch that movie and I love it. Muppets Christmas Carol, I can watch it and it's great. But for some reason, this movie was just completely out there. Anyways, so Walter's brother, I don't even remember his name. I think his name was Gary. Yeah, it was Gary. Anyway, so his brother is, going on a vacation with his girlfriend Mary. So he decides saying, oh, well, Walter's like, well, make sure you get like autographs from Kermit and all this stuff, take pictures and stuff of the Muppet Studio. So he says, no, because you're going to go with us. And Walter's super excited. So remember, Walter's a Muppet. Anyways, they go to the studio. They find out that the studio is trash. It's garbage. Then there's some guy who's like Dookie Hazard, actually. And he's playing this like guy that owns this Muppet Studio thing, or I guess has the property for right now because none of the Muppets no longer work there. So all of them are separated, which I thought was a terrible movie idea. But whatever, it made things rush. Anyways, they're trying to find. Once they find out that the Muppets had to pay $10 million, and if they pay $10 million, they will be. They'll get the place. Walter hears this and is furious and freaks out. So he decides, oh, well, I'm going to go and I'm going to try to tell somebody about it. So they go and they look for Kermit's house. Kermit isn't home. It looks like it's all deserted. Kermit comes out of nowhere and Walter like freaks out. Anyways, he tells Kermit about this, and Kermit is like, really super depressing and really sad, and he's just so depressing. I never seen Kermit so depressing in my life. But anyways, as the movie keeps going, you're hearing musical numbers every now and then. Some of them are just horribly done. I mean, people are gonna probably like them or are gonna enjoy them. And Mike's here. Hey.
Sorry.
Mike's here.
I interrupted your video.
No, it's okay. But anyways, as we continue, the movie is like, wow, everybody's interrupting. The movie is pretty much weird. Like it's a good movie. It's an okay movie to see, but I don't know.
Howies! You on the camera.
All right. Anyways, where was I? Anyway, so Kermit goes on this mission because of Walter, and they both, like him, brother, and whatever, they go and they try to look for people. So the first Muppet they run into is Fozzie Bear, and he's performing in Reno, and he's singing songs about the deals of the hotel that he's singing for and things like that. It was just kind of ridiculous, but anyways, he was working with some group called the Muppets, or what was it called? The Muppets or the Moppets? Something like that. The Muppets or something like that, which is like the evil version of the Muppets. And so he goes and, he says yes to Kermit. Then they go to Gonzo. Gonzo is like, like this corporeal industrial guy that has like plumbing service. And then they go free Animal's in a mental asylum with Jack Black. With Jack Black. And Jack Black is playing himself. And it's so weird. Anyways, fast forwarding to more songs and singing, it gets so like incredibly weird after this. As the movie progresses, all the Muppets eventually get together and they're trying to find out a show. Eventually they try to get Miss Piggy. Miss Piggy's in Paris. They go to Paris and they're trying to like persuade her to go back. But since last time Kermit and Miss Kermit didn't, I guess, hold his end of the bargain of the marriage. So he didn't want to be married to Miss Piggy. And he just left. So everybody broke up, and now they're in this situation where they have to get $10 million to get their, their spot back. So they go back to the show. They try to fix up the Muppet thing, and Miss Piggy doesn't want to join because of Kermit. Anyways, as time progresses, they find a replacement Miss Piggy, which was from the Muppets, and she's just like nothing like Miss Piggy. Anyways, they're rehearsing. Rehearsing's horrible. Everything just looks bad, and things are not working out so well. I'm missing big plots. I'm missing like points of the movie. But anyways, the movie then becomes, like a Muppet episode, like a from the Muppet Show. And it becomes a Muppet telethon. And they're trying to make money as the show goes on. At first, nobody wants to see the show. Nobody cares, and it's being broadcast on TV. Things like that. Whoopi Goldberg makes an appearance. Selena Gomez makes an appearance. Some fat little kid makes an appearance. A lot of celebrities make an appearance. Anyways, Jack Black was like a celebrity that they chose to open a show, but yet he was not in on it. They just like kidnapped him and just like had him tied to a chair, and he was just part of like every scene. And they did the Rainbow Connection with Kermit and Miss Piggy singing. They made up and things like that. Some guy kept ruining the show. Also, he like rapped, and it was just horrible because he was like 80 years old and rapping. It was just not cool. And then by the end of it, of course, they don't make the money that they need, which was $10 million. They end up making like $9,999,999. But Fozzie Bear hits the sign, and there was a glitch in the system. It turns out they only made $9,999.99. So, so all hope was lost. They felt like, that, the Muppets are no more. Nobody cares. Things like that. So they walk out of the Muppet Show, and they lost the rights to their name. They lost the rights of everything. Next thing you know, they have like all the fans in the world. All of Hollywood is like completely covered around everywhere and things like that. It ends with the big dance number. They become even popular than they were before. All the fans love them. Walter becomes this new Muppet thing. He's all scared with his talent and stuff because he was part of the show. He saves the show. and his talent was whistling. I'm like, you're gonna build up this brand new character, and his only talent is whistling. There was a freaking song in there about a man saying that he's a Muppet, if he's a Muppet or if he's a man, and things like that. It was just so stupid. But other than that, for the Muppet movie, it was not the best Muppet movie. It was nostalgic, but yet it was a very depressing Muppet movie because it was just spending most of the movie was just like messing with this new character Walter, which you don't care about. You don't like. I mean, I don't like him. And then all of a sudden, you get the gang. You start seeing people together, but they're so depressed and they're so depressing. And even though it's nice and they're getting back together, it's depressing. It feels like no character really. They could have used this time to like have every character just like have their moment to shine, but literally they just made like the favorites shine, like Kermit, Miss Piggy, Gonzo barely did anything. Fozzie Bear did something, but it just felt like they robbed the movie of everything. And a lot of reviews are gonna say, "Oh, it's great, it's nostalgic, it's great." You know, I understand. I love the Muppets. I love the Muppets, but yet it really disappointed me in like so many ways that it's not. It's ridiculous. Like it should have never like. If they were gonna do this movie, they should have done it right. They should not have added any other characters. Nobody likes new characters. You can't just bring this in there. If you're gonna do it like if you're gonna reenact a show, then you add a brand new character and see how he works out. But don't make a whole movie about it. I was really disappointed with this. It wasn't what Rotten Tomatoes gave it. They gave it like a 90 or an 80 or something like that. It was a really high score for a movie. But in my opinion, it should have gotten like a 38. You know, there's movies on Rotten Tomatoes that I really disagree with Rotten Tomatoes on every movie that they post. But anyways, guys, this has been Dark Ruler 1030 here, and I just spoiled the Muppets movie and saved you $7 or how much it is in your area. So enjoy. Peace out.